year 2025 has brought more developments in the ongoing saga of Sean Diddy Combs. A new documentary titled Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy is set to premiere on Peacock later this month, promising a revealing look into the life and controversies surrounding the music mogul. Featuring interviews with his childhood friends, former bodyguards, and notable figures like Al B. Sure, the documentary aims to shed light on the forces that shaped Combs and possibly contributed to his alleged misconduct. It includes new footage of Diddy at home, in the studio, and partying, while anonymous sources make startling claims, including allegations of inappropriate behavior involving underage individuals. Since September of last year, Diddy has been detained at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, denied bail 3 times. Reports surfaced of a holiday meltdown as he struggled with being away from his family. Recently, Judge Aaron Subramanian responded to Diddy's request for a hearing regarding alleged violations of his 4th and 6th Amendment rights during a Bureau of Prisons BOP sweep at the detention center. This sweep, which allegedly involved the mishandling of privileged materials, prompted Diddy's legal team to file motions to suppress evidence and disqualify certain prosecutors. The judge has requested affidavits from the prosecution and investigators involved in the sweep to clarify the chain of events and address claims of misconduct. These affidavits, along with written communications between the prosecution and investigators, must be submitted by January 17, 2025. Meanwhile, allegations of sexual assault and trafficking continue to follow Diddy. Anna Kane, who previously filed her lawsuit under the pseudonym Jane Doe, has come forward publicly, revealing her name in December to proceed with her case. Kane alleges that in 2003, she was trafficked via private jet to New York and sexually assaulted by Diddy, Harf Pierre, and a third individual. Kane's attorney, Douglas Wigdor, who also represents Cassie Ventura in her case against Diddy, has confirmed that preliminary settlement talks have taken place. However, Kane's team is pushing for discovery before any resolution. Diddy's defense argues that the claims are too old and barred by the statute of limitations under the Child Victims Act. But the lawsuit continues under the New York Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act. The case is further complicated by Diddy's ongoing criminal trial scheduled for May 2025. Both parties have agreed to postpone depositions in Kane's civil case until after the criminal trial concludes. This decision reflects the broader challenges Diddy faces as he contends with overlapping legal battles. Notably, while Diddy has denied the allegations against him, the fact that he entertained settlement discussions raises questions about his potential culpability. According to court filings, the discussions stalled because Diddy's team wanted to see evidence from the discovery process before proceeding. This approach has fueled speculation that Diddy might be hiding guilt or attempting to gauge the strength of the case against him. Public opinion has already swayed heavily against Diddy, particularly following Cassie Ventura's allegations and the release of incriminating evidence in her case. While Diddy initially dismissed the lawsuits as a witch hunt aimed at tarnishing his legacy, his eventual apology in Cassie's case painted a different picture. In the Anna Kane case, however, Diddy remains defiant, claiming that the allegations are baseless and part of a larger conspiracy to exploit his wealth and reputation.
From an illegal search and to appoint a special master for privilege review instead of the regular filter team that they were using before. 2024. Now, the motion also requests the disqualification of certain prosecutors who may have been influenced by access to privileged materials and to halt the monitoring of Mr. Combs' communication with his defense team and, depending on the hearing's outcome, the dismissal of the indictment. We always say it's not what you know, it's what you can prove, and because Diddy has left so much evidence out there, his team is definitely going to try to go against the prosecution and poke holes all in their stories. If they can find out the prosecution did wrong, if they can find out that this investigator was a part of making sure the prosecution
The mounting legal troubles and public scrutiny have undoubtedly taken a toll on Diddy's once unassailable image. With each new revelation, he appears increasingly trapped, facing challenges not only in the courts, but also in the arena of public opinion. While the principle of innocence until proven guilty remains fundamental, the evidence against Diddy continues to pile up, creating an uphill battle for his defense team.
Take full responsibility for my actions in that video. Disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it, I'm disgusted now.
So because of the proof, Diddy had to come forward in that situation, but he never came forward in this Anna Kane situation. He was totally against her using the pseudonym Jane Doe, but why? Thinking that was going to make her retract the lawsuit, it did the complete opposite. Anna came forth, gave her first, middle, and last name, and she said what? What's that?
As the documentary's release date approaches and court proceedings continue, the world watches closely to see how these stories unfold. Oh.